Varian Reinhold, if I'm saying that right, is here, says, my question is, can companies, public or private, track their employees at will, contract, etc., location during business hours? Yes and no. They like, are you talking about like sort of a covert kind of thing where they're like spying on you? They can, to a degree. For example, if you have a company car, they can geotag the car. I understand. I'm not an expert in this area, but I understand there's certain things they can do. If you're working remotely, if you're working at a computer, like at a workstation, they can certainly log what times you log in and you log out, or you power it off. They can log when you are doing activity on the computer. So even though you're logged in, they can see if you're actually working, you're doing things on the computer. That's something. I've actually worked for companies that do that kind of stupid crap. One would hope that you don't have to work at a company like that. That's not exactly a sign of a great employer that has to resort to that stuff. That's usually large companies, like large enterprise mentality, and usually not a great company to work for. But there's certain things they can do, and there's certain things that they do. I'm not sure if they're allowed to do this, but for example, like I'm sitting at a computer. You guys, like I've got a couple of cameras around me, but you know how you have like laptops and tablets and things that have cameras built in? They can sometimes do kind of borderline underhanded things with the cameras to see if you're there. Not that someone is watching you, but they have software tracking to see if you're actually on there. And of course, you have security systems, right? Like security cameras and stuff that can track people. Now, I don't know if they've got this far yet, but if they're not here now, then they will be here soon, where, you know, software driven by AI can actually look at security camera footage. You have multiple cameras, and those are being recorded. And like in a past life, I've had to deal with that where, you know, you go and you review security camera footage to see what happened, see if you can recognize people that show up. If we don't have this now, we will have it soon, where AI can automatically recognize people as they move through a building, for example, and they appear on the various cameras as they go by, and they can keep track of the movements of all the people in the building. I don't know if they're there yet. I don't know if any company is implementing that. I'm sure somebody probably is playing the odds, but I'm not sure how that would work from a legal standpoint, but they can do stuff like that. They're technically capable of doing that kind of stuff now. Whether they are doing it is, I'm not sure. But once again, why would you want to work for an employer that does that? Like, you shouldn't have to do that. If they're that paranoid that this is what they're doing to their own employees, they got problems, and, you know, they got bigger problems than you. They got problems with themselves.